Have you guys ever wanted to know what it would be like if the Slam Truck was the prize ride vehicle? How would that work? Would they put the Slam Truck on top of the Slam Truck? Well, I guess that's your answer, and I guess that's something that Rockstar will just never end up doing. But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting, and it also kind of limits what types of vehicle, just like at the podium at the Diamond Casino and Resort, can be on top of that thing. So I thought that was kind of funny. That picture right there is coming to us from WildBrick142, and we're actually going to be talking about WildBrick142's information today regarding some expanded and enhanced details for GTA 5. We're getting closer and closer and closer, and it looks like Rockstar is going to have some new vehicles arriving with that version, which is very similar to what we saw when GTA 5 went from the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 to the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. We saw the Duke of Death. We saw the Dodo Seaplane. We saw the Kraken Submarine. These are all new vehicles that were exclusive to the PS4 and Xbox One. Well, kind of makes you wonder if they're going to be doing the exact same thing here. So this information is posted on the GTA forum site on the next DLC speculation topic. So it was a follow-up response to Insider Tez Funds 2, who was basically talking about that there could be a new contract, that it very much looks like there's going to be a new VIP contract, like the Contract 2, or another Dr. Dre-esque contract. And he was talking about the metal detector that looked like it was going to be added, so on and so on. So Wildbrick said also for the very first time in a very, very long time, they skipped some web page IDs for the cars. So on Legendary Motorsports site, it looks like this. Starting at 159, it's the ZR350, the Comet S2, the Jester RR, the Vector, the Cypher, the Tailgater S, the Euros, and the Growler. So remember, those were added in the Los Santos Tuners update. And then 167 through 169, it's all missing. And then you guys can see there from 170 to 180, it's the new cars, the Comet S2 Cabrio, the Shinobi, the Reaver, the Baller ST, the Cinquemilla, the Jubilee, Astron, Deity, Xeno, Champion, and Ignis. So 3 vehicles missing from Legendary Motorsports site. And then Southern San Andreas Super Auto site, starting at 228, you have the Calico GTF, the Remus, the Dominator ASP, the Futo GTX, the RT3000, Warner HKR, Sultan RS Classic, Dominator GTT, Previon, and then you have 2 missing ones there at 237 and 238. And then the ones that were added in the contract DLC, the Buffalo STX, the Granger 3600 LX, the iWagon, and the Patriot Mil-Spec, where he says 5 cars in total are missing from the websites, which means they were either cut or are for the next DLC, Contracts Part 2, or for the E&E exclusive content pack that'll be included with the game. All right, so if that's the case, and I do actually think those things might be combined, a Contract DLC Part 2 and expanded and enhanced Grand Theft Auto 5, since the contract is very likely to be the last DLC before that update launches or that expansion launches, that it would make sense that when E&E arrives, they just jump into the Contract Part 2. And that could include a new VIP contract, and in this case, 5 new vehicles. So there's going to be 3 from the Legendary Motorsports site, which is kind of nice. So think motorcycles, supercars, think sports cars. And then there's going to be 2 vehicles from Southern San Andreas Super Autos. So think like SUVs, muscle cars, off-road, stuff like that. So right off the bat, I think that's a pretty good amount of cars just for getting a new version of the game. Now, that can't be the only thing that Rockstar includes, but it's a nice start. 5 new exclusive vehicles that are only going to be available on the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. I mean, that's pretty exciting. And then you loop in all the quality of life features, the enhancements, the upgrades, the technical beautification of the game. Things are looking pretty good here, and that's honestly getting me pretty excited for this whole thing, especially if Rockstar makes these cars really, really cool. And we know they're going to have some performance upgrades along with them as well. There's a handful of other things we can speculate that they might be getting into. Now, there's more that Wildbrick says are going to happen. He says another curious thing is the mod kit IDs also have a bunch of gaps in them. The last time something like this happened was when the Los Santos Summer Filler was released. So I'll show you guys this on the screen right now. You guys can see that it happened a couple of times in the Cayo Perico heist. Anytime there's a white gap, that's what you're seeing. So at 441 and then at 455. And then we get into the contract stuff, and there's really nothing with Los Santos tuners. And if you guys are wondering what these mod kits are, these are all like the upgrades and customization that you can do. That's why it says like ZR350 or Cypher. These are all the customizations. So you can see all of them are there for the Los Santos tuners update. But with the contract DLC, there's a handful of gaps. You can see what's missing: 474, 477, 480, 483, 486, 487, 493, 494. Now, the 493 and 494, those are going to be blank because there's no more vehicles after the contract DLC. But the ones in between those are the ones we need to pay attention to. And Wildbrick142 says, here there's 6 gaps and the Ignis precedes all of the LS tuner cars, further confirming that the update was already in full development back then. I wonder if E&E or Contracts Part 2 is going to fill some of that in. And that would be my guess as well. However, what's interesting is in this one, there's 6 gaps. The other one, there's only 5 gaps. So who knows if some of the vehicles are going to be cut. Maybe one vehicle doesn't have any customization, like it might be a Pegasus-only vehicle. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of Rockstar in GTA coding, but this to me is pretty exciting that so far it looks like we're going to be getting a Contract Part 2, and it also looks like, at least for the moment, there's going to be 5 or 6 exclusive vehicles. I'm hoping for a good variety, like a supercar, sports classic, maybe like an off-road or an SUV and another motorcycle. That would be really, really cool. So I'm getting pretty excited for Expanded and Enhanced. We've been getting some not so great news recently, only like that it's going to be getting a delayed, and that just in general, this version of GTA 5 has not been widely accepted by the community, because obviously a lot of Rockstar Games fans want them to move on to something else, like GTA 6 or another title altogether. They're just tired of seeing GTA 5 be continually remastered altogether. So this is going to be very interesting. I hope that GTA 5 Expanded and Enhanced delivers in a big way. And from what we're reading so far, being able to dig into the files and find out what's going on, it does look like there's some pretty cool stuff in the works here as far as new vehicles and whatnot. So as always, I'll be sure to keep you guys posted if we get any new information like this from data miners or insiders. And of course, if Rockstar actually reveals anything official, I'll be sure to let you guys know what's going on there. But let me know your thoughts on this. Do the 5 new vehicles excite you? Do they not excite you? Let me know what you think those vehicles are going to be, and a whole lot more in those comments down below. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.